Welcome everyone to another Hey Baby YouTube video, and today we are going to go through Wazar X Meshackle's account. So this is really Waz's, and he shares it with Meshackle during war, and this is an absolute Kraken account here. So 50 billion kill points, 180 million power, and we're going to go through his deads, his kills and everything like that, his gear, city skins, except resources and speeds, because it has been asked that it is being kept a secret due to upcoming KVK. So just before we get started, I would like to ask everyone to like and subscribe. It means a lot and it does help grow the channel, and my goal is 100 subscribers within a week, hopefully, but we'll see where that takes us. So to start with, let's have a look at his autark here. So almost a 50% success rate for autark, which is pretty nice. 471 million units killed, which is crazy. It's more than double mine. So this is around 9 billion kill points, I believe, maybe 10. And then he has lost over 10 million units, which is 100 million power, which again is just crazy. And his healed is 335 million. So you can see he trades very even there, which is lovely to see. He doesn't play Champions of Olympia because he just doesn't need to. And this is his kill point breakdown, where you can see he's killed over 4 times the amount of T5 compared to T4. So it just shows he's been in Imperium KVKs, or just high AC KVKs, for a very long time here. And we have a look at his commander page. So based off his commander page, before we look at any of his commanders or gear, or equipment, sorry, we can see he's most likely a rally lead for cavalry, just based off here, but we'll see that later. And if we go into more info here, we can see his highest power is 216 million. So quite decent there. And then his deads is 129 million, which I'm sure it'll crack the 130 million mark next KVK. So that is insane. That's over 1 billion power worth of deads. So it just shows how much of a fighter Wazar is. And again, it shows how much of a whale he is, how he only has gathered 12.3 billion resources, which compared to me, I've gathered, I think, around 60 billion. So this is Alvin here. It looks like he's a soccer fan or football fan, depending on where you are in the world. And yeah, so this shows he's been here. This is one of the OG groups, I believe. This is before I got here. And then this is his record, I would assume, which was a while ago, but still nonetheless really good. 11.8, that must have been before the autark system. And back to soccer/football. So that is the individual kill points and everything like that. So he's ranked 5th in the kingdom, which is really good. And then individual power, he is ranked 15th. But I'm sure during pre-KVK and KVK in general, this number will probably crack 200 million, if not more. But again, we haven't seen his speeds or kill resources, so we're still unsure about that. So let me just swap over to where the images are, and we'll show you his gear and what he's working with here. So this is, I believe, his 2nd or 3rd cavalry. So it is in Arabic, but you get the general gist of it. So this one is Thrasher, which is top left, and everything else is a rare inscription, and pretty decent rolls there. He got a bit unlucky with 2.7% march speed, but I'm sure he'll iron that out as time goes on. And he's 4 out of 10 on his Delta pity, so that is probably what he's working on to get the next legendary inscription. And so this is his skill damage set. So this is really, really good. He's probably waiting till KVK to swap these over to Delta to have another garrison or rally if needed, because he used to be one of our main skill damage cav garrisons. He swapped over this one, I believe, but still, that's really, really good armaments there. And then you don't see this often anymore. Arch infantry. formation. So almost 4% all damage, which is really good. Really good stats there. And then another 3 legendary inscriptions and a rare. And then this is a similar story here with his pincer. Another 3 legendary inscriptions, a rare, and then a few mid rolls, but quite a few high rolls as well. And almost 2% all damage, which is nice. And this is where it gets insane. So this is the main Delta set, I believe, where it has 4 legendary inscriptions, and somehow he's managed to get a double, which takes a lot of luck and money. And they're pretty good rolls there. So I believe that's attack. So good roll there for attack. And solid for the other 2 there. And then this is his Archer March, as you can see. So he's got 2 legendary. I'm not sure which ones those are, as I can't read Arabic. But those inscriptions, I believe, would probably be assertive and maybe daring, and maybe one other. So that's overall, it's really, really good. This is his second, virtually the same. With this one's probably maybe Boiling Blood or something, one of those rares. But really good armament rolls there. And let's count the amount of legendary inscriptions so far. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Keeps clicking me out. 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. So this is all of his armaments here. He has 18 legendary inscriptions, which is wild. I think myself only have maybe 7 or 8. So to have 14 is just mental. So we'll have a look at his Archer Marches here first. So this is his main Archer March, which has T4 and pretty much crit everything, and T5 for the extra march speed, which is lovely. And a crit T4 Ring of Doom, which goes perfect on QSH. The only improvement would be to swap this out for a pendant or a drum even, because again, horns don't do much for QSH. But overall, this is really great. He's maxed out troop capacity, except if this is crit, but this is a perfect set pretty much. And then a similar story here, almost all T4, except this is T3, and then just he hasn't worried about the accessories, because most people leave them till last, since they are the most expensive to do. And I believe he aims for T4 equipment for everything, because T4 gives extra damage to rally or garrisons, and he is one of our main swarmers, so he can swarm buildings and rallies and deal as much damage as possible. So we'll have a look at his infantry here. Again, same story with the T4, which is great for swarming, and everything has a crit except the weapon here, which I'm sure he's working on. And then solid armaments there. Again, not crit or leveled up because he's saving that till last. And it looks like he's running the 2-piece. And then everything else is KVK or Hope Cloak, Eternal Night, and Shio's Return. And this is his main inf. So I believe he's also an infantry garrison, probably a backup, I believe. But T5 everything. And T4 accessories, which is great for all damage to structures, which is great. And he's running the 3-piece, and then Hope Cloak, Eternal Night, and Shio's Return. This is one of the more optimal, or not really optimal, but a better one for garrisoning, as you don't need the 4-piece for garrisoning, as the 4-piece gives 10% march speed, and obviously you don't need that in garrisons unless they're running from wall to wall or doing whatever they're doing in there. And then we'll move on to, so this is his second cavalry on Arthur, as you can see. And so, T for everything except the boots. He's probably doing that soon for their... Actually, he's probably going to leave that at tier 3, to be honest, because you don't want extra march speed on cavalry, as they're quick enough already, and to be a max rally garrison for cav, you have to max their march speed. So he probably has enough march speed already. And then He has an insane anti-swarm garrison cavalry accessory there, which is the greatest glory, I believe. And so that's insane for anti-swarm. So his Attila David in KVK is gonna cook. A dagger probably isn't ideal, but it was good in the early game. But the T5 iconic levels is just really good value. And he's probably waiting till the equipment dismantle event comes, where you can dismantle everything for full, all the materials, but at a cost. But I'm sure that won't matter to him. And then this is his main cav, as you can see. So T5 everything, and then he's working on getting the dagger here to level 5, which gives a nice boost to combo damage. So I'm assuming this upcoming KVK, he'll max that out. So it'll be a perfect combo set, which will be perfect and just insane for rallying with Attila or garrisoning with Attila, because Attila's just great. So I'm a cav main as well, and cavalry is just wild. So yeah, this is him saying, yeah, he's not allowed to send his speeds, as we got KVK coming up, and we just checked his total deads. So here we are going into city skins. This is just a KVK one, as pretty much everyone can grab. This is, I think, the 15k skin. This is he has this transmogged to the very expensive skin, but this is a 12% all troop attack for Zenith, which was a year or so ago, maybe more. Then this is the I think the third highest paid skin that you can grab, maybe the highest. I'm not quite certain about that. But that's really good for him since he is a main swarmer, as we saw from his gear. So all these dads, he'll get more troops back from his dads. And then we saw this on Dmar's account the other day, where he also has a 20% extra march speed when leaving the city, which is great for fast refreshes and whatever else he needs that for, including Arc, which would be really handy for if that works in Arc. And then this is old infantry garrison and rally city skin, which I think was maybe 2 years ago, but it works great and it's good for him when he garrisons for us. And then his cav defense is really old, but it still does the job. Cav attack 15%. This probably isn't used as much, as I think he may have some better ones coming along, but you know, that still does the job. Arch attack 15%. And then this is the in the world map and Lost Kingdom. You can use the unit reinforcement feature up to 10 times per day. So I believe that's when your units will heal. So it'll be like the Song of Choi, where you know you're in a medal and someone can use a skill and it just heals by itself. So I think this is the second most expensive skin that you can grab. And then this is the last two skins. So yeah, he has Archer attack 20%. He probably won't use this very much as he's only a field player for archers. But you know, it's there for whenever he needs it, because why not? And then 20% attack here, which is ideal until the 20% health comes out. So this 20% attack is going to be great for his anti-swarm and rallies in general. So we'll swap back over to the game here, just to finish off. So yeah, a 50 billion kill point account, Wazar X Shackles account, and a big shout out and thank you to Wazar for letting me do this review. I do appreciate it, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. So make sure to put a like and subscribe on the video, and we'll see you next time.